Hey guys, how you doing? So I wasn't planning on doing a video today actually, but then a new follower actually sent me some pretty good questions on ATPL ground school, which I thought would probably help everyone out. So, I decided I'll just do a video trying to share some of the secrets to picking the right ATPL ground school class. So hopefully you can achieve those first time passes. Stay tuned. Right guys, so first of all, if you like the content, you like the page, please like and subscribe. I hadn't realized quite how much it helps the YouTuber when a page is well followed and well subscribed in terms of getting content out to reach the right people. So in this, I'll get straight into it. Into this video, I'm going to cover four main areas. Whether you select a part-time or full-time course, the costs associated with the costs, the support or the level of support you can expect to have and what impact that will do, and then finally the commitment that you need to make with the brush ups. So right, listen in. If you want to skip straight in or you don't want to listen to all the areas, all the information is down at the bottom showing when I'll be speaking about the various topics. So feel free to skip along if you don't want to listen to all of it. Right guys, so the first one, before we go anywhere and pick out a course or anything, is we need to understand and figure out the type of person that we are. And I know that sounds a little bit sort of emphatic or a bit odd, but basically you just need to understand is, are you the type of person that's pretty self-motivated and can work independently without much input and get yourself to do a consistent amount of study every day, except by the odd, day or two that you take each week for a break? Or are you the type of person that, if left to your own devices, you just sit on Netflix all day, or you go out with your friends and you won't get the study done? Now, whatever the answer is to that question will just dictate whether you go full-time or part-time course, or whether those courses will be more suitable. I'm not going to say, oh, this course is better than that one, because it's not. There's many different routes to getting here, and the main one is just picking the right course that works for you as a person. Okay guys, so the next one I'm going to talk about is cost and some of the things you need to be aware of in making your decision and picking the right course. So first of all, the course that's advertised by whatever school you're going with is not really representative of the total outlay it's going to cost you in the end. Other things that you need to take into account, and again, this will also drive which course and which provider you decide to go with, is do they charge extra for any extra material support if you need it? And then the other one also is your exam fees. You'll probably spend minimum £1,100 to £1,200 on top of whatever is advertised, so you need to think about this. Now the final one, which helped me, is it helps a lot if, let's say, you decided to go, or to be honest, either route you take, distance or full-time, is if you have family or friends that live close by, because potentially that can save you accommodation costs. So my parents lived pretty close by to where my brush ups were taking place, so it meant that I didn't have to get hotel accommodation, which if you do can potentially add another £1,500 to £2,000 onto the total cost. Okay guys, so for the next one that I'm going to talk about is the commitment that you need to make for the brush up classes. So different providers have different amount of brush up classes. Some do over 4 modules and you'd have to go for a number of days at the end of each module. Some do 3 modules and then you only have a week of brush up versus 4 days and so on. So it all varies. So what you need to also figure out is in terms of how much time can you commit to it. In my example, I was working full time, so it was really important that I picked a course with the minimum amount of brush up commitment, just because I needed to save my holidays for the next part of my training for my CPL MCC course. Big disclaimer on that one, there is no point not doing enough prep and failing exams. So when I go back to the first thing I said, which was you need to figure out the type of person that you are. If you're in a pretty technical background, fairly strong, fairly happy with your applied maths, with your science and your physics and so on and so forth, then okay, you can probably afford to be a little bit more aggressive and go with a provider that isn't quite so intensive in terms of the preparation. But if you, for example, from a non-technical background and it's been many years since you did any maths and so on and so forth, then you probably want to go with somebody that gives you a lot more care and support. Right guys, the final one we're going to talk about is the quality of the material. So when you are assessing or deciding which ground school company to use, it's important to have a good look and ask around in terms of how other students found the quality of the material. You might find a really low cost provider, but maybe the material isn't great, or you might find a provider that charges an absolute fortune, but the material is supposed to be incredible. So it's important to balance these things out. The one thing I would say is, from my experience, I don't think there's any one provider out there that has the perfect material that covers everything. Just simply from due to the nature of the exams, there's new questions coming out all the time. The syllabus is changing, the syllabus is evolving, the exam stand of question is also changing. So you will, irrespective of who you go with, are going to have to go to a number of different sources for your material. I appreciate that. Okay, you'll get the majority from your current provider, but for example, different question banks give you different things. You've got the different forums and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's basically it. So just in summary, what I covered today. First one, really important one, is figure out the type of person you are and how much support you think you're going to need to make the driver. The next one is cost. How much is it going to cost? And think about ways that you can potentially save on those costs by staying with family, staying with friends, or picking a provider that is close to where you live. The next one that I've spoken about is commitments that you have to make to the brush up classes. You might have to make a tactical choice here if you don't have that much holiday, or you've got family commitments that you need to stick to. And the final one is have a good think about material that is provided on your course. The price doesn't always give you the full picture, so have a good look around. Anyways, best of luck, guys. I guess, irrespective of who you choose at the end of it, the one thing that you cannot get away from is it's just a raw, hard grind to get through these subjects. So head down, do what you need to do, irrespective of who you go with. If you press and you work hard and you push, you will absolutely get through. Good luck.